Hello, lovelies. Uh, Welcome to Chaotic Neutral Life Classes. I am Payek, and today we are going to be discussing tips and tricks on how to make chores and errands less stressful. Now, I know a lot of us try to get all of the errands out of the way within the first week of the month, which can cause a lot of burnout. And some of us have executive dysfunction or other comorbidities to our neurodivergencies that cause starting chores really difficult and also makes us try to do all the chores around the house in one day, which again, burnout. Now, I'd like to remind everyone that we are, in fact, adults. We can give ourselves permission to do things the easy way. Nobody said life needs to be hard and rigid. So for errands, I would suggest doing, everything that needs to be done by the first, the rent, the utilities, stuff like that, do on the first. Or before the first, depending on your paycheck. And then, if you're able to, space out the other chores or the other errands that you have to leave your house to do, like groceries, doctor's appointments, things like that. Instead of booking everything, prescriptions if you can't get them delivered, instead of booking it all for the first week, space them out so that you have less burnout. As for chores, I like to space them out throughout the week so that it's less chaotic. So I will do, I space mine out based on how much energy the chores take, like dishes and watering plants because they're water based versus sweeping and mopping the floors, which are physically endearing. I have cats, but I digress. For me, I have chronic fatigue and I have a seizure disorder, so I have to do frequent breaks. So for sweeping and mopping, for example, I will go room by room. I will do, say, the living room, take a drink break, water break. And then I'll do the kitchen and the dining room, take another water break, 5-10 minutes. Then, the hallway and the bathroom, etc. And then I'll take a bit of a longer break between sweeping and mopping or vacuuming, stuff like that. But one day is just spaced out to do the floors. I also, due to my chronic fatigue, I can't stand for long periods of time. So a couple of years ago, I gave myself permission to sit down while doing dishes. A lot of people have the doors that open underneath the sink. You can always open those, shove your chair really close to the sink, put your feet underneath the sink and do your dishes. I would recommend like a desk chair if you have one, just because you can adjust the height based on how tall your sink is. Or a bar stool, because a lot of sinks, I'm short, so a lot of sinks are taller than I would like. As well, if you are neurodivergent and you find that your food is spoiling in your fridge, or you have the out of sight, out of mind concept, so if the food's in the bottom drawers and you can't see them, or like produce, it goes bad. Or for me, I keep forgetting we have like rice and pasta because it's in the cupboard, so out of sight, out of mind. So if you have that mindset, try putting your fresh produce in the door of your fridge and try putting all the jars and condiments that you have in the bottom drawers of your fridge. I feel like I messed up how I said that. Hold on. Yeah, so put produce, the lettuce, the salads, the apples in the door, and put like the mustard, the ketchup, the mayonnaise, and margarine in the bottom crispers, the drawers in your fridge. And maybe check, but a week before you go grocery shopping, check the condiments in the bottom drawer just to make sure they haven't expired. Now, one that I know almost everybody struggles with, the laundry. Whether it's physically getting everything together to do the laundry, folding the laundry and putting away the laundry, stuff like that. Everybody I know struggles with some aspect of laundry. For me, it's folding it and putting it away. I currently have a basket of laundry sitting beside me. It's folded. It's just not put away. So I would recommend laundry just being one day, and because you have to wait between loads, right? Doing something you enjoy between loads. So if you're an artist, painting something, if you're a writer trying to get extra pages in between laundry loads, put some music on in the background, you're good to go, or TV, or just having laundry and relaxation days or self-care days, because self-care is also very important, and we all tend to set that aside because we live in a capitalistic society that demands a lot from us, which again also causes burnout. I don't know if you all have to do this, but like I mentioned before, I have cats, so I do garbage about once a week, and I also take the kitty litter out at that time, and I double check to make sure I have any recycling that needs to go out, stuff like that. And I do that all in one day as well, usually on one of my less full days. And for self-care, whether that just be like a pajama relaxation day, bubble bath once a week to decompress, de-stress, something that you can do once a week. It doesn't have to be that long, so even a half hour if you don't have a full day, for yourself to do. Go for a walk, indulge in an old pastry, just one thing you can do for yourself to decompress and de-stress, which you should be taking 5 to 10 minutes before bed every night to decompress and de-stress, because there are studies that show if you can try and release that before you sleep, you get better sleep, because something to do with cortisol in the brain. For me, I'm Native American, so I do a smudge, a prayer, and I let go of all the stresses of the day. Anything I do not need to carry into the next day, I let go of. That way I'm not turning a bad 5 minutes into a bad day, and I am not spiraling or carrying that over throughout the week. And yes, I do know that some things are harder to let go of than others, but I try, and I think other people should. You don't have to pray or smudge or meditate. Just find one thing. Burn what it is on a piece of paper if that helps, but like find one way to decompress and de-stress. Watch cute videos, call a friend, snuggle with your pets for a half hour, like just one thing a day that's going to help you get rid of some stress, right? And this is your reminder. When was the last time you changed or washed your bedding? You might want to plan to do that sometime soon. It's important. I also do dusting is a day by itself for me personally, just because I have a lot of allergens and that tends to deplete a lot of my energy. And cleaning the bathroom, I mean, you organize, you tidy up, but like deep cleaning the bathroom for me, don't come for me. It's maybe twice a week. And it'll be one of those days I'll just take out to just do the bathroom. Because it's just one of those things, like the bathroom, the fridge, those two for me on top of laundry are just a hassle for some reason. So just planning your week, breaking it up so it's not just one day of extreme stress and then 6 days of burnout, and dividing your month up when doing bills and errands and things that you find stressful. Dividing that that up so it's not a full week, so you're not feeling burnout for the next two, can also help. And not that I can give much advice on this because I'm a severe insomniac who gets an average of less than 3 hours of sleep a night. Have you been sleeping well? Are there things you can think of that would help you sleep better? Moving your bed, changing up the sheeting, the pillowcases, fluffing the pillow, little less screen time before bed, or calmer screen time before bed. Like, just a thought. Picking up the catnip toys around supper so that your cats don't have the zoomies at 3 a.m. and wake you up. Just another small thing for you to sit with and think about. Because yeah, I've been informed sleep is supposed to be very important to keeping your stress levels down. So just a casual thought. And also for self-care, I know a lot of doctors and health professionals are recommending those like health walks. But if you are not feeling up for going for an actual walk, sit outside for 5 minutes. Open a window and get some fresh air circulating, if the air is fresh. Where I'm at, it's super smoky. I do not recommend sitting outside or opening a window, which makes it difficult. And if you are in a similar situation to me where you can't go outside because of the smoke, if it affects your health too much and you're starting to feel kind of trapped in your house, FaceTime a friend. Just that seems to help the most. Just feeling less alone. See if a friend will come over and have coffee with you at your place, so that you don't have to compromise your health. You know, just small things, right? Things that'll make you feel less alone. Because I know that I was stuck in the house for a week because of the smoke before we got some rain, and I was starting to feel that isolation, which is something that is hard to decompress from because it's hard to talk about. Like, I'm neurodivergent and I have autism, and a lot of my friends who are not neurodivergent or allistic, which means not autistic, do not who are not chronically ill, do not seem to understand how one can feel isolated when they have friends, or family, or people in general. But if they know you and what you're going through, then I say phone them, chat them up, see if they want to come over for coffee or movie night, right? They'll find time for you in an evening, popping by one afternoon randomly to drop you off coffee. Like, people find time. And it's good self-care for both of you, right? Especially if it's a friend you haven't seen in a hot minute. Like, you can chat, like, text and stuff, but if you haven't seen them in a hot minute, that will bring up that serotonin or the dopamine. So, yeah, no, if you're feeling isolated, you can't go on a walk, or your mental health is starting to spiral a bit, just text somebody out of the blue and be like, hey, you want to come over for coffee? Right? One more chore tip for all the makeup baddies. If cleaning your brushes feels like a hassle, incorporate them into a similar chore. Wash them after you finish washing dishes. Wash them before you clean the washroom. Or, I don't know if you have to let them soak, depending on what products you're using, but you could let them soak while cleaning up your makeup station and then finish rinsing them off, and, just incorporate them into it so it doesn't feel like just one task, or like one dreadful task. Or again, if you just have a lot of makeup brushes or makeup paint related things and you have a lot to wash, take them to your kitchen sink, sit down and wash them. Sitting down tends to reduce the fatigue. And also don't forget to wash your jewelry because, you know, we sweat. It's a human thing. Anyways, I really hope some of these tips have helped. Drop more tips in the comments if you have any that I missed involving chores, errands, outings. And I hope you all have a fantastic week, and we will be back next Saturday with a new session. Stay hydrated and stay safe, loves.